Bore da, a chroesawr I ddinas Cardiff ac I seremoni radio Prifysgol Cardiff. Good morning and welcome to the city of Cardiff and to the graduation ceremony of Cardiff University. I'm Louise Casella and it's with great pleasure that as University Director I welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony. We're here to celebrate our students' achievements and I'm particularly pleased to welcome parents, family and friends to join in this celebration. I'm joined here on stage by the President, the Vice-Chancellor, academic staff and the representative of the Students' Union. The President of the University, Sir Martin Evans, will formally open proceedings and the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. David Grant, will receive students to their award. Students, today marks a marvellous milestone in your life, as it does in the lives of those who've supported you over the last few years, and it's good to see so many of them here with us today. I'm sure it will enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the day if we just spend a few moments going through the procedures for the ceremony. For those of you receiving an award today, perhaps you thought the hardest part was passing your exams. Well, an even greater challenge faces you today. You still have to cross this stage without tripping over, shake hands with the correct person and try not to seek your award from anyone other than the Vice-Chancellor. The order of proceedings is included in the programme, along with the words used for the various stages of the ceremony, each under the relevant heading. A presenter will read out the names of the students being received the same award. When each name is called, the student will ascend the stage, walk towards the Vice-Chancellor and shake his hand. Gently, please. Whilst past experience has shown this can be a little more challenging to some than it sounds, your approach to the stage and your return to your seat will be carefully guided by our marshals, so do not worry. Once the ceremony is underway, it really is a case of follow my leader. When you leave the stage, you will stand facing the Vice-Chancellor, who will formally receive you to your awards. You will doff in reply, and then you'll be reseated. When all the awards have been received, students will be asked to stand to receive the university's greetings. Also, and importantly, can I invite you all to clap only after the Vice-Chancellor has admitted each group of graduates to their awards, and not as each one crosses the stage. This will ensure your hands are still in working order by the end of the ceremony, and you'll make it out in time for your lunchtime celebrations. Can I also ask, have you got your mobile phones with you? If so, can you check now that they're switched to silent or to off, so as not to spoil the enjoyment of others in this ceremony? Finally, enjoy your day.
Borda, good morning. Welcome to our graduation ceremony at St David's Hall in Cardiff. I'm Professor Sir Martin Evans and I am the President of Cardiff University. Congratulations to you all. It's a lovely day today. It's a great day and I know how important this is from my own family, myself, and indeed recently I've been fortunate enough to receive some honorary degrees and I know what it's like to actually be sitting in your place and waiting to come up. It's a wonderful occasion. You're sitting there calmly, waiting to be admitted, and you deserve congratulations several times over. First of all, congratulations on winning admission to Cardiff in the first place. Cardiff is one of the most sought-after universities in the UK, and admission standards are high. And there were probably, for every one of you, 6 or 7 people competing for that place. I said one of the most sought-after universities in the UK, but actually I should have said in the world. Many of you have travelled great distances for the challenges and rewards of a Cardiff University degree course. Cardiff students are valued around the world for their skills, knowledge and attitude. Secondly, congratulations on your years of study here. Research-led teaching is one of the distinctive features of this university. and your lecturers are some of the most original and pioneering thinkers in their own chosen fields. Many of you will have participated in research projects, learned to ask new questions, to challenge conventional wisdom. Whether you stay in academic research or pursue, as most of you probably will, another career, I hope the free, inquiring state of mind that has been inculcated here will stay with you. We also pride ourselves on involving you, the students, in the development and direction of our courses. In this last year, 71% of you, Cardiff's highest response rate in our history, took part in the National Student Survey. You gave your feedback on your experience at Cardiff in areas such as the assessment, learning resources, and personal development. Your opinions will greatly help us in planning for the future. Also, you should be congratulated on choosing the schools represented here today. Scientists within the schools of physics and astronomy are world leaders in their field. The Herschel and the Planck satellites, which involve staff from the school, are making huge international impact with the science community and with the general public, of course. Images of the Andromeda galaxy taken by Herschel were a major feature of the BBC Stargazing Live events in January. Students at the School of Earth and Ocean Studies are highly sought after. Employment of the school's graduates remains buoyant within the mining industry, both in Australia and Canada, already employing some of this year's graduates. This year has also seen the first 2 students graduate from the school's international scheme. They have studied at the University of Miami for a year as part of their degree. 8 more students have studied abroad this past year, and 9 are in the USA, Canada, Australia in the next academic year. Now, the School of Psychology is proud of its increasingly popular program with professional placements, providing students with the opportunity to improve their prospects of employment after graduation by working in a professional context for a year. This year, the school's Undergraduate Psychology Society, Cardiff, won the Best University Society Award at the National Placement and Internship Awards. That's quite something. And it was recognised for its work in increasing and promoting work experience opportunities and helping undergraduates explore alternative careers. We should congratulate you too on what you, the student body, have brought to Cardiff and to Wales. In recent years, students have successfully combined study with sometimes setting up their own businesses. Their efforts have helped the homeless here in Cardiff and paid for clean water in Africa, among other causes. Student concerns are helping make Cardiff, student concerts are helping make Cardiff one of the most vibrant and energetic cities in Britain. And your sporting contributions have been great, having beaten Swansea at both squash and golf, amongst other sports, and retaining the Varsity Shield for the university for the 9th consecutive year. Many of you may have taken part, or will have taken part, in the Student Volunteering Cardiff, one of the largest schemes in the country. You have given more than 80,000 hours of your most precious commodity, your time, in the past year, helping more than 800 people every week. You're a prime reason why Cardiff University is so valued in its own home community. Now, congratulations to you who are graduating today. We all know what an achievement that is and how many individual efforts and struggles and successes that has entailed. But we should also congratulate the hard-working staff who've taught you. And most importantly, I think, remember to congratulate family parents, partners, husbands, wives, and supporters, many of whom will have given so much toward your success. We owe a lot of this support to parents, family, and partners, both moral support, guidance, and encouragement, but in many cases also considerable financial support. And I would encourage and ask those of you who have graduated today to send your heartfelt thanks to everyone who has helped you. Now, a word specifically to you, the new graduates. Please enjoy this day, but don't think it's all over. This is the beginning of your future. You're entering upon a process of lifelong learning, and your tutors will hope that more than the knowledge and facts that they've imparted to you is an understanding of methods of learning, of analysis, which should serve you well for the rest of your days. Go out into the community, your community, to educate, to explain evidence-based knowledge, to encourage thought, not prejudice, and please be prepared to defend education at all levels. There's a very nice quotation attributed to Derek Bock, who was the former president of Harvard University, who said, "If you think education is expensive, try ignorance." And I feel we really should be using our knowledge for the good of mankind. But I'm also keenly aware of potential abuses and misuses. We're bombarded by partial and sometimes biased and misleading information. And I think that the best prospect for responsible application and regulation must lie in a better informed public. And it's you, the modern graduates, who must provide that information. There's another quotation here from Francis Bacon. "Things alter for the worse spontaneously if they be not altered for the better designedly." And Thomas Jefferson, who said that the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Please be well informed and vigilant and educate. We're now entering the second decade of the 21st century. You'll be amongst the professionals who will need to lead this and other nations. It won't be an easy job. There's a lot to be done, and I hope you'll go and leave this hall with a solid determination to contribute to the culture, welfare, and prosperity of your family, your communities, and of mankind. Please, I urge you to be the gatekeepers of good sense and the educators for tomorrow. Enjoy.
I will now read the proclamation first in Welsh and then in English. Nerth gwlad yw gwybodaeth. Boed hysbys I holl aelodau'r Brifysgol ac ar hyd y lled y byd fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod Siarter Frenhinol Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod I dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwedd eu hastudiaethau a'i hysgol hictod wedi harholi yn briodol yn unol â statudau'r Brifysgol ac wedi cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth fawrygu llwyddiant yn rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe'i hatgoffwn y cyfrifoldeb I gyfrannu a werthoedd y Brifysgol hon. Nodydd yn twy yw ceisio drwy cyflawniadau wasanaethu ar lles pawb, ymdrechu I sicrhau rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth, ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb, gan I fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. Nerth gwlad y gwybodaeth, a nation's strength in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence on all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation.
I, Dr. Simon Wakefield, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Matthew James Aylwin. Stephanie Bassett. Richard Charles Cook. Sophie Crew. Naomi Louise Davis. Joanne Elizabeth Evans. Thomas Fern. Gemma Dawn Olenka Flack. Christopher Neem Higgs. Emily Harris. Isabel Hart. Hannah Jane Haywood. Mia Karina Helmich. Karen Monica Jameson. Nicole Kirk. Harriet Nesbitt. Matthew Andrew Parfitt. Thomas Samuel Parkinson. Nicola Emily Parnell. Amy Denise Parsons. Hannah May Pierce.
Barada, good morning. At this point in the ceremony, and at other equivalent times, it is a tradition of the university for the Vice-Chancellor to speak in Welsh to receive each group of graduates to their awards. The Welsh phrase I will use, when translated, means, "Through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the degree, which I will name, and to all the privileges of that degree." Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddeiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Sarah Poulton. Richard Scott Price. Sarah Quick. Matthew James Roberts. Michael John Rodwell. Abigail Stone. Siavash Tanhai. Callum Samuel Thomas. Kirsty Victoria Thomas. Simon Robert Timms. Charles William Welch. Ashley James Wombs. Michael James Wilson. Jennifer Young. Damilola Adamson. Polly Ainsley. Owen Edward Aaron. Craig Boyce. Thea Grace Cartwright. Matthew Cornfield. Hugh Davey. Sam Davis.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Sam Dealey. Anthony Elkins. Darren James Evans. Kerith Llewellyn Frame. Emma Haggerwood. Adam William Hames. Imogen Hope Ursula Harding. Michael Ian Hetherington. Madeline Rebecca Louise Holding. Patrick Jarrah Johnson. Nicholas Jones. Daniel Judd. Gavin Kemp. Christopher Kirkham. Thomas Robert Krause. Agatha Harriet Lacey. Ian Mann. Samuel John George Moore. Thomas Archer Paul. James Peter Payne. Christopher Graham Roberts. Emma Louise Roberts.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Michael Young. Elizabeth Ruth Bew. Jacob Thomas Carlos, Simon John Cox, Catherine Dobby, Harriet Jane Dowden, Ross Evans, Ross James Fionney, Lydia Rose Gayton, Andrew Rees-Jones, Daniel Nigel Frank Busk-Jones, Sarah Ann Lands, Victoria Ann Lowe, Rebecca Martin, Stephen Hugh Miser, Christian Okula, Richard Parkinson, Andrew Peter James Preedy, Sarah Reeve, Anna Saunders, Robert Lloyd Thomas, Lowry Williams,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi i'r baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyreniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
Vincent James Borley, Nicholas Bowley, Elsa Bryce, Laura Rose Buchan, Rebecca Elizabeth Church, Elizabeth Sarah Coakley, Nicholas Adam Harrington, Thomas Hill, Cameron James, Alexandra Jones, Adam King, Lee Allison Kroger, Ben Blakemore Musgrave, Richard William Peskett, Harriet Jemima Robinson, Paul Russell, Alexander Ridyard, Max Strivens, Beth Alice Taylor, James William Rees Townley, Georgina Walton,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi i'r baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyreniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Simon Wakefield, introduce those who have received the degree of Master in Earth Science. Clara Rebecca Cole Hawthorne. Joshua J. Lewis. Adam David Anthony McAleer. Neil Murphy. Miriam Francis Olivier. Charles Rafferpay. Maria Cecilia Williams. Lee Alexander Woodcock. Emily Louise Deeney. Daniel Patrick Pesey. Joseph Ross Baker. Stephen John Bainan. Rebecca Heddy. Anne-Marie Thomas. Amy Geraldine Martin.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddorau'r ddeiar ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Bernard Richardson, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Luke Berry. Christopher Jermay Elliott Fuller. Llewellyn Andrew Sedgemore Gale. Justin Hartwell. Howard Jack Vincent Johns. Alistair Kinghorn. Rebecca Marie Pinhorn. Thomas Attlee. Michael Joseph Dubeck. Griffith Wynne John. Timothy Andrew Lewis. Stephen McNamara. Ben Terence Murphy. William Henry Roberts. William Samuel Hughes Summerskill. Alice Trollope. Samantha Claire Webb.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd Baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Callum Williams. Colin Williams. Ivan Rees Williams. Matthew Wong. Benjamin James Russell Smith. Ashley Jason Illing. Jessica Ann Nichols. Harriet Parfitt. Stephen Michael Small. Asa James Stewart. Jacqueline Webb. Robert Brass. Stuart Alexander Edwards. Louisa Rose Hill. Teddy Y. Pang Leung. Andrew Paul Harris.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddyriedwyd I mi derbaniad chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffyrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Bernard Richardson, introduce those who have received the degree of Master in Physics. Matthew Allen. Emily Louise Baird. Matthew Jose Barcia Gomez. Alan Richard Box. Ross Burns. Kimberly Dawn Cheshire. Christopher Jonathan Redfern Clark. John Cope. Neil Peter Gareth Hindley. David John. Nadia Aujan. Christopher Baker. William Paul Bonner. Gregory David Carson. Kelly Marie Curtis.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddyriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn ffiseg ag I holl ffyrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Andrew de la Bastide. Paul Exworthy. Katie Louise Patrick. Thomas Langford. Rory May. Matthew McCready. Paul Mosley. Jonathan Murray Smith. Ali Neem. Mark Rosato. Rodri Munro Wilson. Alexander Amaral Rogers. Lee Thomas Burns. Patricia Murphy.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am ddyrieidwyd I mi, derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn ffiseg ac I holl ffyrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Mark Jones, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Hethol. Rwy fi, yr athro Dylan Mark Jones, yn cyflwyno rai sydd wedi derbyn gradd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth. Samira Ahmed, Sarah Elizabeth Henry, Helen Buck, Hannah Jade Bassett, Lindsay Ann Beer, Eleanor Jane Bird, Charlotte Boat, Anna Victoria Bauer, Florence Bristow, Alice Rose Brixey, Alexander Edward Broad, Emily Kate Brookman, Alexandra Jane Burgess, Daniel Burley, Rosanna Jane Chapman, Anna Culhoun, Rosalind Cooper, Laura Elizabeth Cope, Lucy Emily Curtis, Rachel Louise Davison, Amy Dodge, Laura Louise Easter,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am ddyrieidwyd I mi, derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Charlotte Marie Evans, Rosanna Benos Fakari, Natalie Faye Maria Gidney, Rebecca Gilham, Laura Kate Basley Godwin, Claire Griffiths, Roseanne Hanscom Allen, Tom Ellis Hardwick, Donna Harris, Bethan Horsley, Gethin John Williams Hughes, Rhea Shannon Jenkins, Grace Johnston, Kelly Marie Main, Zoe Amelia Majorum, Katie Morris, Sophie Victoria Newt, Leah Pickering, Christine Pinkard, Samantha Kerry Richards, Sarah Rickman, Catherine Robbins Jones, Lindsay Jo Sevier,
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd beglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffyrrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Emma Smith, Sophie Catherine Elizabeth Tillman, Laura Whitlow, Alice Julie Williams, Sarah Kate Wilson, Ina Zunka, Sumia Afzal, Sophie Tina Allen, Samantha Leslie Aspinall, Laura Grace Atkinson, Jude Bailey, Laura Jane Banks, Laura Bartlett, Alana Jane Beaumont, Belinda Bellis, Abigail Rose Bennett, Tom Adam Bicknell, Gemma Biggs, Helen Ann Blackwood, Faye Booth, Lucy Ann Brassington, Leighton Brooks, James Byrne.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd beglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffyrrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Alexandra Louise Butterworth, Leilani Chan, Kathleen Yolanda Faye Christensen, Stephen Frederick Kewell, Peter Daly, Alana Rose Gray Dawes, Alison Dennehy, Jamie Downs, Tom Eller, Imogen Evans, Francis Finding, Luke Franks, Rachel Greetham, Joseph Christian Walton Geit, Dina Harper, Hannah Margaret Hawkins, Matthew Joseph Howarth, Sophie Herman, Taisuke Hirosa, Richard Anthony Inman, Hayley Jeffrey, Sophie John, Russell Charles Johnson,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Ben William George Jones, Ellen Jones, Laurie Nicole Jones, Natalie Jones, Emma Kelts, Catherine Knight, Rosanna Elizabeth Knight, Francesca Leto Dalton, David Lewis, Diana Jill Luke Evans, Christine McFadden, Lauren Mann, Abby Victoria Maynard, Lauren Ashley McCartney, Jason James Alexander Miller, Emma Millard, Rachel Morris, Laura O'Shea, Emily Zara Oxley, Victoria Palmer, Sarah Pettit, Charlotte Victoria Patak, Emma Richardson.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Sarah Robinson, Katrina Elizabeth Rogers, Hannah Rolfe, Tom Saunders, Laura Scott, Hannah Selby Burton, Sophie Singer, Guy Smith, Bethany Solis, Rebecca Stewart, Sheridan Abigail Stone, Bethan Taylor, Lowry Thomas, Sarah Thomas, Jennifer Thorne, Cecilia Ann Trufra, Oscar Ward, Laura Jane Westercott, Luke Morgan Wheeler, Kirsty Ann White, Nia Gwaur Williams, Sophie Wise, Jessica Witts.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffyrrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Dylan Mark Jones, introduce those who have received the graduate diploma. Anrhydeddus I Sgynhellor rwy fi ar athro Dylan Mark Jones yn cyflwyno rai sydd wedi derbyn diploma graddedig. Kerry Joanna Allen, Bethany Marie Anea, Margaret Davis, Anna Michael Kenny, Kate Eleanor Littler, Eloise Jane Mangan, Catherine Rose O'Farrell, Samuel Paul Oliver.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I ddiploma graddedig ag I holl ffyrrani'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Catherine Mary Olcott. Stuart James Archer. Andrew Cole. Owen Mark Davis. Thomas Martin Lloyd Davis. Vari Young Garner. Olivier Philippe Gluck. Christine Mary Kennelly. Kirsten Elizabeth Mills. Okechukwu Livinus Obiegbu. Akpuzo Victor Okperi. Liam Thomas Price. Matthew Alistair Shepherd. Hazel Lee Ida Tabbis. James Scott Whiteley. Andrew John Wynne. David Perrin Hayes. Anita Elizabeth Cottrell. Jessica Dean. Carwyn Lloyd Guilford. Sam Gilson. Jennifer Hall. Thomas Martin Levick. Kate Norman. Michelle Patricia Roach.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Laura Octavia Davis. Zoe Ann Fisher. Christopher Gerald Hartright. Amy Elizabeth Howells. Sarah Elizabeth Lathan. Louise Suzanne Onslow. Ellen Revel. Mia Christa Maria Winter.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doethyr mewn seicoleg clinigol ag I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Educational Psychology. Alison Julia Annier. Dermot Anthony Bergin. Jennifer Elizabeth Burton. Megan Greenway. Emily Jackson. Ian James Smiley. Juliette Louise Whitehead. Angela Wigford. Sian Catherine Winkle.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doethyr mewn seicoleg addysg ac I holl ffreni'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Afia Ahmed. Mathieu Albasso. Elizabeth Marie Andrew. Eugenia Baibazarova. Neil Bennett. Dean John Burnett. Gonzalo Carnero. Wing Yi Cheong. David Ian Cunningham. Rhys Davis. Dina Dosmucham Betova. Stella Nina Elliott. James William Ferguson. Andrew Gray. Tracy Ann Herlihy. Carl Jeffrey Hodges. Piers Francis Horner. Catherine Jane Hudson. Thomas Marcus Hughes.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doethyr mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Lai Sang Yao. Chui Chung Kao. Susan Elizabeth Kingdom. Hao Ling Liu. Emma Shan Lydell. Phoebe Mei Ying Lin. David McKeegan. Gareth James Michel. Mikael Allen Mikkelsen. Matthew John Minifee. Emma O'Connor. David Gareth John Porter. Benjamin Lee Rabb. Amy Claire Reichelt. Robert John Simpson. Marika Steele. Hugh Ellis Thomas. Michael Toombs. Sasha Louise Walters. Hilary Claire Watson. Hugh Davis Williams.
Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rodd doethwr mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffyraniau rath hon. Congratulations.
Can I invite all of you who've received your awards today to stand so that you can receive the greetings of the President, Sir Martin Evans, and Darrell Light, the representative of the Students' Union.
May your care ever be for the good name of our university and for the well-being of the world.
You are now members of the distinguished alumni of the university. May your association with the university be cherished and be constant throughout your life, and may your care for the fellowship of our university and the welfare of all people.
Congratulations. Before you sit down, I'm sure that all you very proud graduates would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff University in these ceremonies, and that is to pay a special tribute to your families and friends who've supported you in so many ways over the years, emotionally, socially, and I'm sure not least financially, and indeed to thank the academic staff who are with you and who have helped you reach this important point in your life today. Can I therefore invite you to turn around to greet your families and friends? If they're not with us, you can wave to the cameras for the webcast and say a very special and very public thank you to them all by giving them a huge cheer and round of applause. Thank you all very much. Please be seated. The President of the University will now draw these proceedings to a close.
Well, as President of the University, I now have the duty to draw these proceedings to a close. I hope you've all enjoyed this day and will cherish it for many years to come. This occasion is one of the most pleasurable in the university calendar, and it's a joy to be on the platform and see the pride relief of all the new graduates as they cross the stage. In the years to come, I hope you'll look back on your time in Cardiff University and realise that the happiness you have experienced and the friendships you have made and the depth of knowledge and experience gained here will all serve you well in your journey through life. Today, you're joining the worldwide family of Cardiff University alumni. It's a family that helps you stay in touch with each other and with us. I hope you'll remember and share your experience, and you'll come back to see us often, and that you'll continue to support us so new generations can benefit, as you have done, from the outstanding teaching and learning here at Cardiff University. On behalf of Cardiff University, your academic staff, the officers, your fellow students, and the great body of alumni throughout the world, may we wish you all every success in the future. Good luck and safe journey home. Thank you.